No, we weren't. I was just asking if we were rolling. Mr. Brown, you made it.
I think it was Mr. Kingston. Uh, I think that's we I call it twins or something.
Um, can I go ahead? First of all, can everybody hear me okay? And Mr. Smith, thank you so much for joining. Really do appreciate it, sir. Can everybody hear me okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right, perfect, perfect. So definitely want to get this started off. Thank you guys so much for being here tonight. Really do appreciate it. I know we planned this ahead of time, and thank you guys for sticking to schedules and making your time out here. Want to do some quick talking points. I just noticed someone is not here right now. Hang on. Where is Will the Thrill? Can anybody get in contact with him? Is Will the Thrill? I'm sorry. Is he online? If he's not, we'll move forward.
I got him added. Let me check right quick.
No, he's not
Yes,
on
sir.
right now.
Okay, copy. We'll just go ahead and send this to him.
I got you.
Um, all right. Just want to go ahead and hell yeah, I love handshakes too. But we only got three Charlie here.
Yes, sir.
All right, so we'll go ahead and get into it, guys. I just want to go ahead and advise, and this goes for anybody in Go Squad. You don't have to be on a specific team to be eligible for this. Just want to let you know the team captain spot for Alpha is still open. So if anybody is interested, you could talk to me, uh, two co-commanders, Biggs and Baker, and we can go from there. Want to let you guys know, if you guys haven't already seen, we have a new PD assist channel. So there have been things that have been coming up recently in the general chat when we've been trying to post updates leading to the mission. Um, we've been wanting to make the mission details very visible. It's very hard to make that visible when, I'll go ahead and be honest with you guys, in RP, I'm in bed and asleep at night, and I wake up and there's a flood of PD assist messages, and I already know, people probably don't check their Discord. Some don't check their Discord every 24 hours, so that's understandable. When I first started, I didn't know what the hell Discord was, but at the same time, um, we do have situations where we need to get important. Can somebody please?
Who's home?
If somebody needs to answer that, please step out. So, like I was saying, just really want to get through this, guys, because I want to answer. I know you guys have questions. That's the main important thing for me. I know you guys have questions. We have things we need to tell you guys and cover with you guys tonight. But I know you guys are going to have questions. I want to take time to answer your questions. That way I can make the announcement I'm going to make at the very end. So, the PD Assist new channel, I understand there are times where, in the general chat, it was flooded with PD needs assistance. That brings me to another person that is not here that I absolutely need to be here right now, which is Miss Naomi. Does anybody know if she's online?
She is not
Yeah,
online.
I was about to ask the same thing.
Nah, I believe she logged off right after Ray.
Copy. Alrighty. All right. So this is brought up with the idea of Naomi and myself having a discussion when you guys probably saw on the channel the other night that I kind of wanted that rid of the general chat. I didn't want to see it in the general chat, but understanding that PD is always going to call for assistance with the Army, and 9 times out of 10, the strongest ones they can call on is Ghost Squad. And I just, for me as a commander, it's just not fair for me to limit our capabilities of assisting with PD when we're probably the best ones for the job. But at the same time, I didn't want it to interfere with information I was trying to get it across to the team. So with that being said, we created a PD Assist channel. The PD Assist channel is made for any time PD is requesting assistance. And if you guys feel the need to come on and say, hey guys, PD needs assistance, that is the place to do it. However, the whole caveat to the whole thing, I've specifically only given Miss Naomi permission to announce that. I'm pretty sure this is not going to be her last time. When she logged out tonight, I'm pretty sure she'll be back. So just you guys know that she already knows this. Me and her have already had this conversation. I wanted her to be here so she can hear me tell you guys, but now you guys know it. Yeah, so I don't need everybody going into that chat. PD needs assistance. PD needs assistance because a lot of the time the assistance calling is invalid, completely invalid, and there's no need for us. I definitely don't want my guys exhausting their IRL energy going to PD, waiting in the back of PD for 30 minutes for something to go down that probably never goes down. On top of the fact, you guys who have more knowledge of strategic and strategy and tacticalness going out to help them where they need to post up, and you guys get killed in the process because they didn't plan. That is not your job. That is not your fault. So that is the reason why I'm against it the way I am against it. At the same time, I understand the demand for skilled army is needed, and that only comes from Ghost Squad. And that's just my honest opinion with it. Um, so if anything like that is to happen, Miss Naomi is the one that will be posting it, and it will be in that PD Assist channel. Speaking of channels, and I'm gonna go ahead and let Bix and Baker, follow up with me on this if they feel obliged to do so. Following directions on all channels is absolutely imperative, guys. This is still happening, and this is a problem. This actually is a problem because I know NRP, most of us are looking at these Discord updates on our phones. I can gauge the typical size of a phone screen. When certain amount of things are put into a chat, you are not going to see what I feel like is important for you to see. That is why some of these things that are posted require a emoji, whether it's a check mark. Like last night, I didn't want to confuse anybody to the point where I was going to say, put your favorite emoji if you got what I'm saying. And we still have people, I just want to make a uniform, so I said do a check mark or a salute emoji. We still had people coming back with check marks. And I understand, I appreciate you guys listening. I'm not knocking you. I appreciate your acknowledgement because one of the questions we asked each and every single one of you, that's what I feel like differentiates us from every single squad here. We don't just let anybody in. Every single one of you that are in this room were asked the question, how active are you on Discord? And if I'm lying, please someone raise the tax emoji. With that being said, I appreciate everybody's activity on Discord. But what follows with that is you just read what is being said, read what is being requested. If we're not asking for a 10-4, we're not asking for you to post your own check mark. We're asking for mark this post, react this post or acknowledge this post with this or that emoji. That's all we're asking for. It's kind of frustrating. I do take the time and I say, guys, I shouldn't, but I still take the time and say, guys, this is what we're asking for. And then people still follow underneath that post and say 10-4 or check mark. I really need you guys to follow suit on this. And the only reason why, it has nothing to do with micromanaging or trying to control you. It is the simple fact I know how much a phone screen, how much you can visibly see on a phone screen before you can't see it anymore. And some of the things I post in the general chat, I need you to, as soon as you go to the general chat, I need some things, I need it to be the first thing you see.
That's a fact. That's a fact. I know we told you guys that already. You know, I know many of you here, as far as I can see, you've all had acknowledged that you have that understanding, you know, which is great. We understand, IRL things come sometimes, but, at the end of the day, when you're ready to come back on the game, you would not want to be excluded from what's going on with Ghost Squad. Neither of us standing up here wants to see you excluded from what's going on with Ghost Squad activities. So that's why it is essential that you understand what's going on base. You understand what's going on Discord. We're not putting anything up there just to keep the Discord active or make it frequent, anything like that. Everything is mandatory information for us to know when we go down there. And I'll speak afterwards once that we finish up with what he just said, because That also goes into body cam as well. We got to make sure we get our body cams. But I'll brief on that in a minute. We've had people get in trouble already from one of our raids. We don't want to see that happen. We tell y'all that all the time. You guys know through your interview, these things must happen because we put you guys at more risk doing these things off base as opposed to being on base doing it. You know what I'm saying? So you have to know what you're doing. There will be people down there. They mad. They confused. They don't. They don't even know why Army is close to their gang house to begin with. So any opportunity that they take to get you in trouble and submit a ticket, they will. I need you guys to know what you're doing, what shouldn't be done, and that you're, abide by those rules. You know what I'm saying? That way we can keep it successful. We can keep doing these raids. I want to see y'all available for it. You know what I'm saying?
1,000%, 1,000%. And Matthew, I see you back there, sir. And I saw you guys earlier with your hands up. I want to let you know we will take a time after all this to answer any and all questions you guys have. I promise you that. We will not leave you abandoned when it comes to those questions. We definitely want to answer them. With that being said, guys, let's get to the main topic. We covered things that we need to go ahead and cover. It's important. Let me ask you something without any questions. Does everybody understand what we just, transpired to you guys?
10 for.
Yes, sir, I do.
So if there's anybody in this room that does not understand, just simply not having questions about it, but if they don't understand, please raise your hand.
Sorry, I walked in kind of late, but I caught the last part that you said. I came in late, so I apologize for that. I had some RL stuff to do with my son, so I apologize for that.
Hey, man, no need, don't, hey, listen, you talking to someone I relate to you. I'm just gonna say I relate to you. So no need to apologize, sir. Thank you. I just appreciate you for even showing up. You know what I mean? You ain't even have to do that, but I appreciate you.
Yes, sir.
All right, let's get to the main topic, guys. Saturday's raid. Bix. All right, is it 5, sir, or is it 7? It's 5, right? Yeah. Hold on. No, no, no. That was my fuck up. I have to say that. I just want. No, I'm messing with you, bro. I just want to make sure I'm just reiterating my naive self from yesterday, guys. A lot of you paid attention to the green zone diagrams. A lot of you guys paid attention to the our plan of attacks. I appreciate every single one of y'all's acknowledgments. And on behalf of everybody in this room, I want to apologize. And I don't know other way to say it in layman's terms. I will say I fucked up. It was the wrong gang house green zone. It was the wrong. Everything I did on those labels was the wrong gang house. It's a cool as fuck plan, Uh, awesome green zone diagram, but it has nothing to do with what we're going through this Saturday. So rest assured, I will make sure this is out to you guys before. I don't know everybody's time zone, but noon EST tomorrow, noon Eastern time. I will make sure all of this is flooded to Ghost Squad chat, green zones and plan of attacks. That way we have more than, we have about 32 hours, more than 32 IRL hours, anytime you get a chance just to glance at it, it won't take long, but nonetheless, you have 32 hours to go over it. Like I was telling Bix the other day, the way we were moving about things was we were ahead of schedule. Now, because of what I did, I guess we're just right on schedule. But I guess the bright side is we're not behind schedule. But I want to apologize to each and every one of you guys that took time out of your day to acknowledge those posts. And I was absolutely incorrect. And I sincerely apologize for that. With that being said, this Saturday we have Silent Smokers, Gang House 5. A lot of you guys may know some some fellow people in that gang. My main target is Mr. Heat and Miss Callie Love. They just, you know, they just think they're untouchable. What I will say is, thank you. We hadn't addressed this yet, but thank you to everybody that turned out last Saturday. That was probably the most, I would say, complicated mission to plan because how are we going to be so far away and still have action? And I didn't really have, we didn't really have the action that I wanted us to have, but we definitely had the action that I expected us and a little bit more to have. Um, Way to show up with that, guys, and way to have your patience because I know it took a while for there to finally be some action. So thank you guys for that. Rest assured, I haven't posted the diagrams yet, but I can definitely give you guys some intel. This gang house raid will not be as extensive. If it's this extensive as it was last Saturday, it's going to be 45 minutes of straight gunfight because to anybody that has the question, I know I posted a gang house with a free zone. Rest assured, this gang zone also has a free zone. Half of the gang zone is a free zone, half of the gang zone is a green zone. On the side of the green zone, there are three houses that go back, and the green zone actually extends. That's where they try to trick you. The green zone extends to the mid of all of those houses. So if you literally, each house has an alleyway on the side of the green zone. The green zone is if you're looking at, if you're like staring at the entrance of the gang house, all the green zones on your left hand side. And on the left hand side, you guys will see it later on tonight or tomorrow. I promise you, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. But on the left hand side, there's three or four little tiny houses, and the green zone actually goes up. And each house has an alleyway. The green zone literally goes up to halfway of those houses. The green zone covers the entire sidewalk for the side that the green zone is on. And as soon as it ends, and it ends on the very back side, there's a security notice. There's a sign that has like the surveillance camera on it. That is, as soon as you hit that, that is where it ends. And of course, like I always do in my diagrams, I'm going to create a little grace period just so everyone knows. Like, I create a grace period. I say, a little extra is a green zone. It's not a green zone, just to keep everybody safe. But that's Gang House 5, Silent Smokers. They are the main target. There's other gangs that are affiliated there. Our main target is Silent Smokers. They are huge. We went on, what was it? Bix Baker. We went on Tuesday. We went yesterday too. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we went yesterday too. All three of us went yesterday as well. And yeah, I said it last meeting about 9th Street. And when we went there, it wasn't the case. But it seems like every single day that we've had intel this past weekday, there's always been somebody from Silent Smokers there. And they're always active doing weird stuff like dancing in front of cars at the entrance and stuff like that. So what that tells me also is they're hella comfortable. They're hella comfortable. So that's who we're attacking. It's going to be Gang House 5, which is the gang house. It's not the, you see on the map, the gang house that's the closest to the hospital. It's the gang house behind that. They're literally like, it's the two gang houses. They're like the closest to each other, but it's the one that's the furthest back. It's the one that's the furthest back near the pharmacy. When you see the pharmacy and the grocery store logo on the map, literally, because one of the four houses the three houses with the alleyway that I'm talking about that are green zones halfway through, one end is a pharmacy and the other end is literally a grocery store. But after that, they have this big ass ramp that goes up into this, like, I want to call it a landing zone, but it's just huge, like for cars to drive up and whatever. And it's all free range. And you cross that wall, you get up into the gang house on that one side, and it's all free roam. But what I learned in RP is they like to draw. They like to do what we did last week. They like to draw attention. And then we get up in there, and then they haul ass back to the green zone side. And literally, you could be standing on the side where you can fire at them, like, and then they'll be on the side. That's the green zone. So like they'll be looking at you like, haha, can't get me type shit. And then don't let that shit trigger y'all. But definitely will. I know I'm kind of usually Ghost Squad's not used to having meetings of describing things without before posting the diagrams. And I'm sorry if this puts you guys in the dark, but I can please rest assured by 12 p.m. tomorrow, you guys will not be in the dark whatsoever. In regards to that, we do have a new addition that's going to be helping us out in this raid, and Bix is going to go ahead and let you guys know about that.
I like that idea. I really like that idea.
Is it just me or he's breaking up?
Now he's saying
Nah,
like the more people we have to like fight against, and when we have our guys getting killed, that's more people we have to protect. If we're protecting and killing, then it enhances our chances of getting killed. So we're gonna need someone there to revive us. If we have to come back from base, then let's say four of us get killed at one time, we got to respond back from base. So that's four short, and probably by the time we're driving there, other people are getting dropped. Was I breaking up? Was I breaking up?
nah. I heard everybody, but I am like right here though, so I don't know.
Copy. Sorry, Vix.
10-4.
Mr. Brown, you got a question?
Yeah, Mr. Baker. I was gonna say um about those, have the white coats with us and everything. What to do? What if the gang members shoot the white coats and we can't get revived or anything.
Well, the main thing that we have to do is try to protect them as much as possible. And like if you check the diagrams, you will see which sides we will be moving on, which sides to avoid. The main thing we want to do is make sure that we get them to the most secure position possible, so that way they'll still be able to access us, and at the same time be the last of the casualties. If casualties.
Yeah, and what John Wicks just said in the chat, I don't think we have to worry about any of us shooting the medics. But no, they're oh no, I'm so sorry. Once again, I misread. They are not allowed to shoot medics, guys. They're not allowed to shoot medics whatsoever. So once again, it goes back to our BC conversation. We need to make sure any and everybody. I'm sorry if it makes you lag, but it's absolutely imperative because all the fuck shit. I'm just gonna say it like that. That people like to try or out here in the street. You need to have your BC on because if anybody shoots a medic and they think they're gung ho and cool as fuck and they're gonna come over here and kill us too, they're gonna get a green ticket, and that's exactly what they need. Nobody's supposed to be shooting medics. All right. Before we make our next announcement, we got about 5 more minutes. Anybody got more questions? Please don't hesitate. This now is your time. Oh,
I got it.
I saw somebody say it's against RP rules. Is Miss Naomi in the house?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh Lord. Miss Naomi, I went ahead and spoke for you. I hope you don't mind. I went ahead and let them know about the new PD Assist channel. I let them know that I particularly, when it comes time to post in there, that not everybody is to do it. That I literally, me and you talked about it. And if co-commanders are not online, you are the one that's to post in that chat.
10-4. Thank you, sir.
Yes, ma'am. Anybody got any more questions before we go to our next announcement? Yes, sir. Mr. Matthew, I saw your hand.
I raised it and then forgot my question.
Don't do that.
Oh, I found it again. Crime said if there are only two ghosts online, we are not allowed to go to PD.
Well, that goes with what I told you guys in the interview, right? Is we have our rules here in Ghost Squad, and at the end of the day, we're Army. So we still follow the same suit. So if somebody higher up says that, I guess that's just what it is. So I know you're saying that because I brought up the paired responders thing a while back. Um, so I guess if we can't have two, then I guess we can go out if we have three.
Yeah, while everybody was here, I thought to let everybody know.
Yeah, so technically speaking, if we have three people, we can go out.
He was cool with four. I don't know about three.
But I'll ask him about it because I don't, not saying I don't believe you, but if he said not two but okay to four, then I just gotta ask what's up with three. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir. 10-4.
All right, Mr. Graham, what you got, sir?
I was wondering because I live in a different time zone.
Let me go ahead and ask you before we go any further. What's your time zone?
Mine says 8:13. I don't know what y'all say, but mine says that.
You where you Central? Where you at in Texas?
Central.
That's probably like, yeah.
Central's that's an hour behind me. I'm Eastern, so like yours is 8:13. Mine's 9:13.
I was just
Mine's
curious.
6:13.
If yours is 6:13, you're definitely Pacific Standard. So if we're asking that because of the ray times, let me go ahead because this is like this is how bad I want everybody here. If you're in Central, it's going to be Saturday after the last raid, and your last raid I assume is 9:15 if you're in Central, or 9 o'clock if you're in Central, and if you're in Pacific, what is it, Matthew? Your last raid
3 hours.
7 o'clock.
Last rate is 7.
God damn, what do you do for the rest of the day?
Honestly, I kind of just do PD work or MP work.
I'm just wondering because like over here we're used to like having the last raid and going to bed.
Yeah, that's how it is. That's how it is for me. I was like, I do last raid, and then it's 7 o'clock. Like right now, it's 5:18. So it's when I finish this, after last raid, I'll have 2 hours of free time, and I'll have an additional like 2.5 hours until I go to bed. So that's why.
It's five. No, you said it's 5:18. Well, you in a whole other country, ain't you?
Yeah, I'm Pacific time.
You're
Pacific
not. You're
time is
not.
currently 6.
If it's 5:15, you are not in the United States.
Oh no! I'm my bad. 6. It's 6. I said 5 because my TV. I forgot my TV's an hour behind.
Oh,
My bad. My bad. My bad. My bad. Yeah, but it's
hey
6. But
man,
yeah,
we gotta pay attention to that daylight savings times now. That's
yeah,
what
I
it's
know.
down.
Yeah, hey, we got TV.
All right, guys. Anybody got any more questions before we make our announcement? Anything at all, man? Please don't hesitate, Mr. Jones. What you got, Mr. Jones, Mr. Dre? That's what I see right now. Mr. Jones, go ahead.
Yeah, it's about the PD stuff. Well, I'm gonna lie. The last time PD requested our help, we basically went out there for nothing
Yeah,
because
I
it
mean,
was like
I'm,
securing the
I'm so
bar.
sorry. No, I'm so sorry, Mr. Jones. Just because we're short on time, I do want to stop you there because anybody here in Ghost Squad that's known me that has been here is just by my side and everything. You ask the former team captains, the new team captains. You can ask the former co-commander, the new co-commander. You can ask anybody, man. It's like that's the reason I'm not in favor of it. Me personally, I don't associate with SRT or PD. The only reason I'm behind that is when I first started as commander with Ghost Squad, I had no idea how to find our footing. I had no idea what we are going to do, so I leaned on the collaborations of other squads, and the main one being SRT with PD. And the two times I was just happy to announce, guys, Go Squad, we have a mission. We have a mission. Holy shit, this is awesome. The first time being commander, we have a mission. And the two times we had a mission with SRT, we went there and we waited for 30 minutes. Nothing happened. And all of my guys came back disappointed. And I don't know how everybody else acts that's commander of their squads, but when we came back, I just kind of felt like, I didn't give my guys the good time that I wanted to. So after that, I said, fuck this. And I said, I'm going to do it on my own. So we did one formation training. I said, I'm not going to jump the gun. We did one formation training. We did a second formation training. I said, okay, we can take this to PD. I mean, not PD. We can take this to PvP. We did that. We wiped them out. And the guys that we mostly fought against, I said, that's going to be our gang house raid. And that's exactly what it was. And now here we are. Um, Ever since I stopped associating with PD, this is me personally. If you have a good relationship and you like doing that, to each their own. But me personally, the Ghost Squad's risen so much faster without the collaboration of other squads. And I thought the collaboration of other squads would make Ghost Squad grow faster, but it's actually held us back more than anything. And that's just my perspective as a commander, wanting it to get the squad where I want it to be. So I understand everybody's opinion on that. Um, we are still Army. You heard Crime God say we still assist. So that's why I made that PD assist channel. Anything that's to go down with PD is to be transpired in there. But man, I promise you, I feel you on that. Okay, I promise you, I feel you. I think a lot of us in this room feel you on that.
Nah, yeah, I understand. I probably won't be responding to PD assists because they wasted my time like I think like 2 or 3 times. So I probably won't be doing that no more.
I'm glad you brought that up because what I will say is I can't tell anybody no, you can't assist with PD. But if you first of all, I'm just gonna be honest. I'm gonna let you guys know until they get their shit together. I do feel like it's a waste of your time, unless you just want to go out and assist. I remember back when I was a hard cap and sergeant major, I used to itch to go out with those guys, and we'd be out there not doing nothing, and I'd be like, I don't give a damn. I was glad I was out here a part of something. But if you guys feel like it's a waste of your time, you don't owe me no explanation. That's all I gotta say about that.
Yeah, I really just wanted to real quick say, I found an interesting tunnel. Um, I was out on the OBR and I found this. I'll post it in the chat. I don't know which one you would prefer me to post it in, but I took some screenshots and
Okay, yeah, yeah.
a little small video of the tunnel. But it's actually a very long tunnel, and it probably would be great for military operations.
Okay, I like that idea. If you can, just send that. There's no specific channel. Just send that individually to me, Baker, and Mr. Bix.
10-4.
All right. Does anybody have anything else before we make our next announcement? Because I'm not trying to rush. I want to answer all questions, but I'm actually making this next announcement in y'all's best interest. Go ahead, John Wick.
About PD, like since like I've been going out with PD like for a long time. Like PD, like they're so bad at planning stuff, like especially missions.
So,
Like next time
that's my
you go
thing, man.
to
No, I'm sorry to cut you off, but I hear a lot of people speaking the same stuff, man. And the other night in RP, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I feel like I was being a little bit of an asshole when I said what I said. So to the next morning, I was thinking like maybe there are people that want to assist with PD. Let me make this separate channel, for that. But like this, what everybody is sitting in here and saying is exactly why I do not sit here and promote Ghost Squad going before any of the stuff happened with the higher ups, the higher up making that decision. I was, as long as I'm in command, I don't want anybody Ghost Squad helping those dudes, and it could come off at first because I didn't. I think what made me come off like an asshole is I didn't offer any explanation. I just said I don't want anybody doing it. I didn't take the time to explain to everybody why I didn't want them to do it. It's not up. I as a commander, I can't sit here and like tell you guys these things. Like as far as like it's like it's like drama. I don't like these guys. So I'm not doing it. I can't sit here and tell you guys this. I have to hear it from you guys first. So the fact that I've heard it from already 85% of the people in this room tells me everything I need to know. Tells me everything I was saying was right, and it's a waste of time in my opinion. But again, I have to leave this on the table. If you want to assist, that channel is there for that. But I totally feel you, Mr. Wick. 1,000%, sir.
I it didn't happen recently. It's like first still like longer. Like I've been in Ghost Squad like for a long time. So like when Ghost was commander, even Jamaica, it's like PD is like the main thing that brings Ghost Squad apart. It's like if you go to PD, if you ask them what's the plan, the next thing they'll say roll out. Like they go to gang house without a plan. I always tell Ghost that if they can give us a plan, no mission. Like that's the number one
Yeah,
thing you have to have a plan. I'm not
that's
saying
it.
don't go, but if you go, you have to ask them what are we doing? Like, what's the plan first?
Yeah, be prepared, guys. And what Mr. Wick is saying, if you go there, do not go there with the intention that you have a Ghost Squad mentality. Don't go there thinking everything's going to be mapped out for you like it is here. It's not. If you guys feel obliged to go, by all means go. But you are going to have to ask some questions. You're not, as a matter of fact, you're going to show up and they're going to ask you, what should we do? And, you know, to make my whole thing, guys, what this boils down to, the whole fucking diagrams and all this shit that I do and the meetings that I do is to make what's getting ready to happen on Saturday not just successful. Screw the success thing. I want you guys, NRP, I'm literally thinking NRP, I want you guys to just have fun. And there's no way you can have fun if there's confusion. There's no way you can have fun if you don't know where the hell you're going. There's no way you can have fun if someone's asking you for assistance and you're like, hell yeah, as a military member, it feels great that someone's asking me for assistance. I'm going to go. And you feel excited. You should feel excited. And then you go there and it's that stuff. And I just don't want anybody to experience that. I'm not trying to be an asshole. I literally just don't want anybody to have to go through what I went through in the past. And that's really all it is, man. I hope you
Plus,
guys
just really
understand that.
quick, I think when we have squads like this, I think it's like too much competition
It
sometimes,
could be.
because I think sometimes like we look at each other, how we view each other, all of us in this room, I think makes the biggest difference. Like how I look at each individual person in this room as a individual RP, and then how I feel in our real relates, and I try to translate to the
Yeah.
RP. But I think ultimately the competition, where I'm like, oh well, friendly competition is good, but when we're like at each other's throats or videoing people just to send in to get them fired and stuff like that, like I don't know. I think it caused more of a division than brings
Nah.
us together.
No, I know what you're saying. I know exactly what you're saying, and that's the reason why I keep it humble when it comes to Ghost Squad, man. What do you guys see whenever I post things? You only see things in the Ghost Squad chat. For the ones that are generals, yeah, of course, you see things. Not even generals. The ones that are there are people in here that are heads of other squads, and we have a chat called the All Units chat, so commanders of all squads can be on the same page. They see that as well. Um, can someone please ignore that call really quickly? We were way behind schedule, but no, I know exactly what you mean, man. And in retrospect of that, we shouldn't be, like anything's like a competition. I feel like I can say that with confidence because if you just go look in the faction chat, you go look in all the other chats, and you just let me know where you see Ghost Squad advertising recruitment. And I literally know my guys, the guys that are new, those of you that are new, you've come to me, Bix, and Baker. If you are in the squad, the only reason why you're in the squad is because you either talked to me, Bix, or Baker. we don't have a system where you just walk up and say you can go join Ghost Squad and we fucking throw you an invite. It doesn't work that way. It's never ever worked that way. So I really feel like with the guys that I have here, each and every one of you, as humble and as hungry as you are, I have no reason to post any type of advertisement. If you guys like it the way you do, you'll tell your friends, and your friends will come talk to us. And that's what's happened. And if not, no love lost. We have 21 members in Ghost Squad right now. And this time, 2 months ago, we had six. That's insane. Absolutely insane. And with that being said, I feel like I owe nobody an explanation. Not anybody in here. I know I if you guys have any comments, questions, or concerns, I owe each and every single one of you an explanation. I'm talking about outside of us. Anybody in here?
No,
I got
but for
y'all.
real,
I'm talking about, I'm talking about
and like
outside of us.
just
Hold on,
saying
Dre.
this.
Dre. Dre.
My
Come
bad,
on
my
now.
bad.
I know you heard me talking. But I'm just saying, like, I have each and every single one of y'all's backs. But Dre, go ahead and make it quick, man, because I need everybody to have their vest for raid.
No, this I just wanted to say real quick. I respect and appreciate everybody's time in here, and you know what I'm saying. So, um, I just want to give a shout out to Mr. Baker. You know, I've never seen you, Mr. Sammy, on the battlefield or Mr. Biggs, but I've seen Mr. Baker personally and the stuff he does, and I give a shout out to all of y'all really, but Mr. Baker actually he put me up on a lot of different things with how to combat the gangs.
Hell
So
yeah, dude.
I just want to give a shout out to y'all.
Nah, he
Appreciate that, Dre.
deserves it, man. Mr. Baker, he that dude puts his life on the line. He's front line. That's probably why you saw what you saw. It's because he puts himself on the front line. Me personally, you see me in RT. I'm on top of RT ever since this update happened. I was never an RT guy, but when this update happened, that's just where I felt my. That's just where I belong. I like capping dudes off when they think they go over the wall and they're like, "Ah, I'm free." I'm like, "Ah, psych." I like doing stuff like that. But I know Mr. Baker puts himself in the front lines, and he absolutely deserves that. And Mr. Baker already knows how much I appreciate him, man. And God, just get me more grateful to have somebody like him as a co-commander to have that type of reflection on you, sir.
And I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that from you. I appreciate that from Dre. We're looking out, man, for sure. Everybody, I mean, we all came in as soft caps. We all came in as recruits. Had to prove ourselves up here. You know what I'm saying? Some of us, some left, and the rest of us stayed. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got a bright future here. Everybody got a promising future. And as well as our aiming, as well as our shooting, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's been a lot going on up here, but we all keep a level head. And that's why we all standing right here today. You know what I'm saying? So let's just keep this going. Hey, fun times ahead, for real. Y'all know I always say that. It's the truth.
Every single time, it's the truth. And now, guys, if you have any further questions, please hit me, Baker, Bix up on the side on Discord specifically, because as we said to y'all, each and every one of y'all in the interview, are you active on Discord? If you're active on Discord and your question is that important, you wouldn't hesitate to hit us up on the side, and we'd love to hear from you. But right now, I got one more last announcement, guys. We have a close quarters training ASAP right now in HQ. We are leaving right here in RT and going straight to HQ. The reason why I want